Let's finish.
The movie opens with a gravely injured man, panicked and running away from an unseen pursuer, stumbling through the woods. The man is caught up to by his hunter a few moments later, who subsequently savagely kills him and drags his body away. The next scene features an upbeat family of 4 on a car camping trip, eating a meal outside of their RV. Keith, the dad, is grilling steward for the family, which Keith serves to his son Jeff about 2 slices of steak from when intentions toward prepared steak better prepare. Jeff takes it happily, but his sister Amy refuses to do so and walks away with their mom Kathleen trying to defend her. As the parents converse, Jeff pulls out chocolate bars and counts them, while Amy conceals herself in a cupboard taking some of her hidden supply of treats. Their enjoyable lunch is interrupted by 2 intimidating locals named Billy and Vern, who pull up in a pickup truck. They introduce themselves and explain that they are searching for their cousin Melior, who vanished the previous night. Keith, who is new to the area, states he has not seen him. Although they seem to accept this answer, Vern persistently inquires about their lodging. Keith holds his ground with kindness but firmness. Vern jokes about sharing his stash of drugs for Keith's chocolates. The males are gawking at Amy when she returns, and they also question her. Keith quickly sends Amy to the van and shuts down the conversation. After a few moments, the men depart. The family continues with their trip, and soon enough finds the same 2 men again. The truck has broken down, and Vern is brandishing a shotgun. They ask Keith for a ride to town, stating that the nearest tow shop is not open. Though curious and suspicious, Keith capitulates to the pressure and agrees to take Billy to town. Vern remains behind. Throughout the trip, Billy couldn't help but talk and even play a game with Jeff about family when he mentioned how good his family was. As in, good people who raised me right. But then things take a dark turn when Billy recognizes Jeff's notepad. It looked like it belonged to Melior. Without warning, Jeff leaps at Billy, and surprisingly, no one cares. Billy is slowly dying as the family remains steady. We soon realize the family has killed Melior the night before. We cut to Billy's cousin, who has finished the bloody routine, back to the family dismembering Billy and slicing him up for their freezer. Cannibalism is the family's way. Kathleen gives her sister Amy an eyeball, her favorite treat. Keith smashes Billy's phone when it rings and announces that they need to hurry. They have a host to meet. Billy's family, Pa, and cousins Julie and Savannah sit for dinner, coming to a knock at the door. As Keith's family arrives, saying Billy sent them after they met with on the road, they explain how their camper has broken down, and the hosts invites everyone inside. During dinner, Savannah asks Kathleen why Billy did not drive them back to their house rather than walking. Kathleen clarifies that he was simply walking, and Vern had the car. The tension in the scene rises as weapons subtly emerge until a giant man walks into the room. Big Mac walks in to everyone's surprise, and they hurriedly hide their knives. Outside, Vern waits impatiently as he meets up with a deputy, who had previously accused Vern of something. Vern tells the deputy that Billy went home with a nice family from LA. The deputy then becomes uneasy and leaves. Vern's stomach twists as he remembers that Jeff put something in his chocolate. Inside, Jeff hands out candy. Pa does not want to accept candy to keep his teeth, but Julie takes and shares with Big Mac. Amy tells them she is going to the bathroom, but is secretly loading her stash of drugs. Savannah waits outside, and Amy drops the fake eyeball without realizing it. They bond for a brief moment as Amy engages in discussion with Savannah until Julie interrupts them. Pa provides some evening entertainment, with Savannah skillfully playing the piano. After that, Pa takes Keith and Kathleen to cash their rooms, while the girls escort Jeff into Billy's space. The bed situation leaves Julie getting Amy at Savannah's place, because Savannah especially doesn't like men. Amy privately shares the same belief, but does not divulge that. Savannah gets Pa settled into bed but is unsettled about the overly friendly guests. Pa even jokes they are going to kill everyone and burn the place down. Kathleen worries in the meantime. She only targets criminals or useless people. Keith reminds her their mission is to clean up the world of lowlifes. Kathleen believes this family is just living rural life, especially since Savannah has just gotten into college. Keith then sneaks down to Jeff and lets him in on the plan. Divide and conquer target. Then Keith will leave Big Mac for him to deal with. Vern is a little more suspicious now and wanders looking for Billy. Savannah interrupts Amy when she catches her talking under the sheets with her girlfriend Blair. Amy claims she is simply under blankets because of her phone battery. Julie gets sick from the poisoned chocolate, and Big Mac starts to vomit too. While Amy acknowledges that her mom accepts her identity, she remains secretive about her father's extreme traditional perspective. As Amy and Savannah bond, the attack from Amy's family begins. Keith heads upstairs in the direction of Pa. Jeff catches Big Mac by surprise and attacks him rapidly, but he is ultimately too powerful for Jeff to overpower until he starts feeling nauseated in Big Mac's embrace. The combination of physiological responses causes Jeff to push against Big Mac's throat, stopping him from vomiting. Keith can see everything from upstairs and quickly kills Pa, and instructs Jeff to not sacrifice the plan for Big Mac, even though he has furtively given Jeff the all-go sign for his good job action to Jeff as he takes Big Mac's tongue. Amy prepares herself to kill Savannah tonight, but unexpectedly, Savannah is very kind and stitches up an accidental cut Amy received from falling on her knife. Making her preparations, Amy is struck by how much she admires Savannah and agrees that she seems especially horrible with the cut. When Savannah goes for supplies, she finally sees the family's camper and peeks inside and sees Big Mac butchered. After finding Amy's eyeball, Julie hurries upstairs and finds Pa dead. Keith drags her to eat with Kathleen, and Jeff shows up and forces Kathleen to join him, only to have the arrow through Kathleen's neck before she can react. Savannah has come to destroy the intruders. Amy screams that these people are not criminals, but Keith continues to ignore her. In an effort to lure Savannah, Keith tortures Julie. In the hunt, Savannah sneaks in, finds Amy's phone and tries to call the police, but Jeff hears the final seconds. The police, in response to a call received from Amy's phone, remember Vern's comment of the LA family. Savannah knocks out Jeff and uses his body to demand Julie. Amy begs Savannah to not kill Jeff, and Savannah lets him go, only to be betrayed by Amy. Keith begins cooking Mac's tongue, taunting Julie by serving her Mac's arm. Horrified, Julie refuses to eat it. Keith then cuts off her thumb and eats it himself. He walks toward Savannah to take her fingers, but Savannah announces that Amy slept with her. Keith loses his mind. Amy's hidden, lesser-known sexual identity, her drug experiences and habits, all shock him. They continue arguing, giving Savannah time to get away. She stabs Keith in the eye with a fork. He then eats his own eyeball. Vern bursts in with a gun, shooting Keith, but Jeff saves him. It turns into mayhem. Savannah dips Jeff's hand and face into boiling water before crushing his throat to kill him. Keith kills Vern. Julie slashes Keith, but Amy suddenly rises and kills Julie. Savannah and Amy get into brutal fights, and Savannah slams her face into the piano. She gives time for a dramatic Hollywood moment by telling Amy to run. Just as Savannah is about to finish Amy, the deputy arrives in the house and shoots Savannah in the confusion, mistaking the real scenario. The deputy thinks the tourist family are the good guys and decides to call for help, claiming the locals had attacked the family. After hearing a noise in the camper, he walks over to it. Then, suddenly, Amy escapes, burns the house, and drives away with the camper. Clearly, pure evil is still alive within her.